picture that was like I forgot who was in the picture. I know it was Little Fizz in the picture, and it was like, retweet if your parents dress like this. And someone
if your parents dress like this.
And someone said, parents.
I have pictures of me dressed like this. What do you mean, parents? I know exactly what tweet you're talking about. And somebody underneath it put a gift from Soul Train, and it was like, this is how my parents dressed. Like,
imagine, if niggas say, put a picture of like within the next 5 years and say like a picture of J&B, and they say, imagine if your parents dress like this, son, I'm gonna be tight.
You already know it's coming. Somebody gonna find an old picture of 8 Harlem dudes in I Love New York t-shirts with the matching fitted in the same color. And they're gonna be like, retweet if your parents ever dressed like this. Like when Cameron and Dip said, he was like, yes. Imagine if your your dad dressed like nigga, that was like 10 years ago. I ain't dressed like this. That was yesterday.
I still own this.
Yes, if I dig deep enough in the closet, I can find a jersey somewhere. Like,
oh man,
disrespectful. These kids are disrespectful. Don't invite me to no 2000s party because I am not coming.
You know what? I definitely feel like they rushing it. And this, we rushed that shit all the way out of here. We already
rushing it.
We already in the pocketbook phase.
The pocketbook. No, we're not. That's what we're not about to do.
We got the crossbody. Yeah, man. Let's get with it.
Yeah, I'm just like 2000s. Yeah, no. If it's not anything before 1995, because even when people say 90s, I'm like, that's a stretch.
There's something to be said about the 2000s though, and that was a great theme party with what Drake did, because a lot of shit in there was like nostalgic. Like, I like that he had the flip phone, the Motorola, he had the two-way, and it, like the oversized jerseys.
Here's the thing, I don't mind it as a one-off thing. I'm just not prepared for everybody for the next 5.5 years to be like, we have a 2000s party.
Think about it. 2020. We 2 years away. Well, we 1 year away. 1 year and a few months away. We already in 2018.
See, but here's the thing, though. I feel like every party's a 2000s party, because every party I go to, I still hear them playing Young Jock and Lean With It, Rock With It, and all these songs.
Yeah, but now we need a fit to go with it, because you see this Uproar challenge and everybody bringing the special delivery back like it went somewhere. But now we just need to bring the velour suits and the headbands back. And let me tell you, I am ready.
Especially because a lot of that stuff was just thrown out in like 2008 or 9.
If you go to your...
Like, it was like just 10 years ago, people were like, all right, I think I should get rid of this because it's not coming back in. Now I got to go and upcharge it and go to Party City so y'all can sell me a throwback jersey and a fake Motorola phone. Nah, B.
In my storage is some Rockaway jeans. So whenever y'all ready...
a good 5X t-shirt,
a good size pair of 38s. Like, why was I wearing a 38 pair of pants? But if there's a party, I'm pretty sure you go to your local thrift shop and there's some Sean John shit you can find.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Quick question.
If some of y'all got the right daddies, y'all could just go in your dad's closet and find that same gear. A lot of them be dressed like that.
You know what's funny?
Never mind.
I gave a lot of my shit to my dad too. Nigga, here it is.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure.
Fuck, I need with an Echo shirt.
Not Russell Simmons. Reverend whole closet look like that. Nothing but them velour tracksuits.
No, but let's be serious. Are you ready to dress your age? Because I don't be thinking about that all the time. Ain't gonna be no khakis and fucking polo.
Well, hold on now. I'm young. Dress my age.
I mean, when you get to like that mark, when you get like 40, 45, niggas start
like I'm Sophia Blanchard Rose.
No, you see you see the comments how they try to one-off Fab and everybody like, yo, son, you a little bit too old to be trying.
I mean, I feel like I already dressed my age though, but I feel like I've never.
No,
like I hear what you're saying.
You see, I feel
like I already dressed like I'm older than my age.
Like they want it's to a point where they almost want us to wear fucking suits. Like,
yeah, well, I'm not a suit person now, but you know me, like every now and again, I like a good slack, a nice polo, a good pair of pants.
Malcolm with the leather jacket. I got me a new butter leather and some slacks.
Absolutely. And I think it was funny. Me and my friends say this all the time, but like, I feel like when we look back at pictures, especially from now,
I don't look back. Fuck it.
You're always supposed to look back, but I feel like when we look at pictures from now, we're not going to be like, people can look at pictures from the 70s and be like, whoa, these outfits were crazy. But I feel like fashion is, in some pockets, is so normalized now that I feel like what's normal now will be normal in like 30 more years. So I think like people, I don't feel like people are doing a whole lot. Well, at least I'm not. I don't know about the Migos and all the people that be dressing in like, floral prints every day and floral rompers.
That's a whole different bracket. That's a bracket. Different bracket.
That's a whole different type of thing. Right. But I feel like for me personally, like if I look back at a picture, even from 5 years ago, I'm not like, wow, this looks so outdated. I'm like, well, I could still wear this today and it would look completely normal. So
there's something to be said about fashion now and keeping up. Like I don't think you have to go far out of your means to try to keep up. And like as long as you kind of keep it together and look neat, you probably still look within the times.
Yeah, I feel like simplicity is so in right now. I
think a lot of it is less is more and keeping it very like minimal but slim and right. Because I think that one period where shit was like baggy, we were the odd ones. Like, what the fuck are y'all?
I don't understand why that was a thing. I really don't understand.
We was wildin'.
Jeans and t-shirts 3 times bigger than the size they actually were.
Wow, yo, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And shout out to all of the fat motherfuckers during that time, because that probably was difficult. Could you imagine being like 4X, 5X? The store barely made clothes in your size anyway, and once they finally do, there's a bunch of medium people walking in like, yeah, let me get this t-shirt.
What am I supposed to wear now? All the XLs up. Why the fuck?
What I'm supposed to wear? I can't wear no small.
I never thought about
like
that.
A crop top.
Imagine that. Because niggas like, yeah.
See.
Nowadays, you go in the store, you don't find a medium or a large. You be like, yo, damn, who took all this shit? But back then, vice versa. I'm like, nah, that shit too small.
I can probably wear an extra large t-shirt or extra large shirt anywhere today. I'd be like, where are you going in this nightgown? It covers your butt. It's at your knees. Where are you going with this?
If the sleeve is touching your elbow, for sure, it's not the one.
Yeah. I mean, but if that's your thing, more power to you. It's just not for me.
2000s had an ill like time of fashion. It was a lot of shit going on. Like, what was you wearing? What was you wearing when you was in high school?
See, but again, juxtaposition. I graduated high school 2011, so much has not changed. And I'm pretty sure I could look back to some pictures and be like, "Ooh, this is rough." But
it was in that transitional Kanye phase, like that backpack type of.
Yeah, but when I was in high school, there was a bunch of graphic tees and Arrow pastel was. What was that one? Everybody had like an Arrow shirt.
What was that one?
Or Arrow something in their closet. But
what was that yellow?
Yellow Rat Bastard.
There you go. That's what.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's where y'all was at, right?
No, even by that point, I think Yellow Rat Bastard was like kind of phasing out.
I miss my time. There was a lot of Vansons, 8-ball jackets, Mesquite, Aniche.
Yeah, no.
Academics.
No. Yeah, no.
There was some Jeezy clothing. What was that shit? 87. One of them, I can't remember. There was a lot of Rockaway, a lot of state property. Oh my god.
A lot of state property.
A lot of guests.
And I was never that guy.
I missed that time.
I just be looking in my brother's side of the closet, like, wow, look at all these things. Look at all of this. All right, I'm putting on my uniform and going to 7th grade. This is lovely. My gangs.
There's a new show on Netflix I was watching called The 90s. You been watching it?
No, I don't even. You know.
Okay. Well, I want you guys out there watching. I didn't realize it was a bunch of.
It's called The 90s.
It's called 90s on Netflix. I think it's called The 90s. It's like it kind of breaks down all the things that were the trends that was going on in television throughout the 90s.
They're talking black people on there?
All the sitcoms. You could name it.
Oh, all right. I'm watching it.
It's really good. I didn't realize there was so many episodes, and it just breaks down.
This U.S. Focus series dives into the cultural and political changes that swept the last decade of the 20th century. Season 1.
It's pretty good.
Why can't I click on it? Oh, it's loading. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, so when you guys, I don't want to be a spoiler. We'll talk about that next time. Speaking of watches, they're trying to bring back another Titanic. Your thoughts?
The real thing?
Let me tell you something.
The real boat or like a remake of the movie?
The remake of the boat.
Of the boat? Yeah. And they want people to get on it and ride?
And they go on the same path.
Well, no, that's not going to be happening for me. But listen, they didn't let black people on the first Titanic, so why would I be on this one?
Right, and that iceberg's still going to be there. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I'm definitely
nah. Well, I mean, global warming, so it probably melted by this point.
You bugging. I don't even like ships like that. Let me tell you something about this. You know, a lot of people.
Sorry, was Titanic a cruise or was it just a big boat?
I don't know. Let me tell you something. This is where I'm going with
you. You know, I've never seen that movie, right?
What? That shit. Let me tell you something. That movie gets me tight. Yo, please watch it.
I've never watched it.
The ending of it gets me so tight. Let me tell you why. Let me fast forward. So there's some shit that goes on. Like they hit an iceberg.
Yeah, well, that I know.
There's a bunch of racism that innuendos that happen that leads up to what time it was, what era it was. But
you know what time it is.
You know what time it is, and it was even like to the point where there was. Not only discrimination amongst themselves, because they had the poor people, the rich people, the high class. Y'all niggas going downstairs, y'all poor people, and the black people can't get on at all. So Jack Key falls in love with this one girl. She's down with the shits. She don't care how broke you is. I'm still down with the shits. They hit an iceberg and they get in the water. This bitch stays on this fucking piece of wood. Did not.
Oh wait, are you recapping the movie to me?
Yeah.
I know what happened.
But that's the part that gets me tight.
I was just about to bring up a specific point. I was like, he's going through the whole plot right now.
This bitch did not share that piece of wood, yo, son. That shit, it was mad furniture in the fucking water, and you
mad furniture.
Son.
And again, it's one of those movies that's so a part of pop culture where, like, I was by the time that I was old enough to be like, what's the Titanic? Or like have people talk about it. It was such a big movie that I didn't have to watch it because people had spoke about it so much. It had been spoofed so much where I was like, I know beginning to end what happened. So I don't feel the need to watch this. There wasn't no brothers on the boat.
I have this thing with, not to sound crazy.
But to sound crazy.
But my people came on that one cruise, and let me tell you, there's no need to get on another one.
Listen.
I tell people that all the time. I have some cousins and homeboys like, yo, my birthday's next year. I want to do a cruise. I want to go to this 5 country. I was like, yo, son, let me tell you something. Go, just plan out something to go to an ill country. We don't have to do the destination, the city, the island joint. Like, I'm not.
Why, have you ever been on a cruise?
Yeah, I went to the Bahamas when I was young. One of them other side off islands as well. But let me tell you something. My people have already been on enough cruising.
I know that's super fair though. But it was weird though, actually, because I thought the same thing when I was on a cruise this summer, and it was like super because I feel like at night is when people really connect to things sometimes in their life.
Maybe I got this wrong, but
it was super, super dark, pitch black. Me and my cousin looking out into the water. We can barely see 20 feet in front of us, if that. It's super dark, middle of the ocean. And I was like, yo, like the fact that our people came here like this. It was, I don't know, it was like a weird emotional thing happening where like, I guess that just comes from just being in touch with who you are and where your people come from. But it was a very weird, like, who would have thunk? Like, they would have never thought, like, oh, wow, like, one day people will, or maybe they did, I don't know. But, like, one day people will be on the boat having a good time with the endless drink package, having fun. It was just weird. Like, it was a weird thing. But
I think, and I'm making jokes to make light of this, but I also feel like it's hard to get on a ship and not think, because, like, that's exactly like that's part of the transportation. That was the transportation of how we like got to the different islands of where we went to. If it's Dominica, Dominican Republic, Haiti, the islands, whatever island, that's how we got there was through boat. That's the only way. Mm-hmm. And it's hard not to be on a boat and not think of that. Like it's just hard not to.
Yeah, because you're right. When I first stepped on the boat, it wasn't like an initial thought. And then again, like I said, once the sun set, and this was the first day we got on the boat. So ideally, once the sun went down, I was like, oh my God, look at this here.
And let me tell you another thing I don't like about it. Maybe I could be wrong. I mean, you guys out there, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I've been wrong many of times. But let me tell you this. I feel like when I'm ordering or when I've ever looked at a package to do a cruise, I feel like there's like a classism there. Like, I don't know. It's like, are you on the upper deck or the lower deck? And it's like,
oh, most definitely. Does your room have a view? Does it not? Does your room have a balcony? Does it not?
Right.
But that's the same thing with everything, though. That's like first class.
It's just like first class, but I feel like it's a little bit more extra when you like confined to being on the sea, like like at bay. Like, come on, for real. We're in the middle of the ocean, and all I get to see is this prison fucking cot.
Yeah. I mean, but
and not to say I won't get on a cruise. It's just not my thing.
Yeah,
it's not my go-to.
No,
thing.
we were talking about that the other day because my friend is going on a cruise for her birthday, and I was like, "Well, I mean, you can pay for a room with a balcony, but I mean, with a window, but you're not even in your room half the time, and there's plenty of ample time and space to